on through, but you hear him on the sights. You hear him coming on in. It is Equinox on defense. Spacestation Gaming on attack. We got a chance to witness that SSG attack moments ago. We'll see if they can hold true to that. The composition's looking similar, minus a Reyna swapped in for a Phoenix. That is going to be Dcop piloting that one. Roca still on that Reyna pick, playing it incredibly well. This is the first time on this channel we're getting to take a peek at Equinox, Dixon, Paincakes, cutefatboy, Mina, and Dcop. With the names popping up in the kill feed, should they grab some kills for themselves. We are on a pause. For some reason, I don't think that was a tactical pause. And now everybody ready to get underway. 35 seconds on the timer before we kick things off for the quarterfinals. Ladies and gentlemen, the winners move on. The losers could still move on if they do win that 5th or 6th place match. Those matches are going to be played over on the other channels. I know I Hold Shift being one of them. You guys type in !streams, you will pop them up. This is going to be the last match, I believe, for the elevated stream and myself. And it should be I Hold Shift and Castaways to carry on the next, and we will host one of those depending on where they go. Spray down towards C. 3 members stacked up from SSG, trying to push through. Smoke goes down, Lear goes out. Dcop able to drop the Molotov. The site has been taken. Nice curveball, gonna get blind onto one, but not too much more on the back end of that. Finally, some red, some blue, but ultimately it's SSG to find 3. Now 2 members remain.
Spike planted.
As Mina creeps up on the flank, Dixon here as well. Single gonna be held by Boostio, who opted out of the Phoenix this time around on this map. Couple shots come through, 28 HP. He's able to escape. We hop back on board with Dixon and Boostio with the 3K to kick things off. Spacestation Gaming not slowing down, keeping the momentum, although quite some time in between games. So this next round should go the way of SSG, but we shall see. Bars.
Yes, this should do.
Classics across the board from Equinox. So to be expected. A little greedy. Insky gonna pop out that round 2 Phantom. And it's actually a force. I said classics, but then they make me eat my words. A force from Equinox. Maybe showing us some secret strategies as to why they're 8-0 thus far in the qualifiers. Mina gonna push on up. Trying to play a tight corner with the Stingers. I used to call this thing the Dinger, but we know just how strong this SMG has come to be. Cage gonna go through. Boostio gonna be able to push through this one. Bulldog in hand, but may just walk into a crossfire. Narrowly misses or avoids death there. It's all quiet on the Western Front. This is exactly what we saw from Spacestation Gaming earlier. It was slow starts, even on what could be eco rounds. Playing it nice and slow. Trying to force Equinox to play their game. But now, the Stampede comes through, and we'll see where they decide to go. It's Mina. It's Dixon. They spray down 1. They spray down 2. They've got the crossfire. It's not possible to answer as the shock darts come through. Kaplan is able to get 1. But it's a 4v3 and a forced round from Equinox. Dcop now creeping on through. That spike headed up towards this B site is going to be heard as the curveball goes through. Insky gets the spike down, goes to toss the paranoia. Killed from behind is Dcop. So Insky stays alive, and it's just a ghost in the hands of Paincakes. The round started off poorly for Spacestation Gaming, but they figure it out. They get it done. And now for round number 3, the economy in shambles.
This goes here.
Equinox now going to be struggling. Not looking to force up too much in this one. The economy's still hurting, but with another loss, their loss bonus, it'll be a bit more. So you see them opting to grabbing some sheriffs, the frenzy. We saw some sick sheriff plays in the last series. We'll see if we're allotted the same here in this one. In Spacestation Gaming, you have to respect, they just continue to play their style no matter what. No matter the round, they make sure things stay in their control, playing things slow here in this one. That camp does get recalled. Seth gonna look to set up somewhere else. Paincakes pushing through. Not gonna get spotted out mid just yet. Now walking on up. The smokes come out. Not gonna catch out the Omen. Unfortunately, Paincakes is gonna be spotted out. Taken down, and that could have been a huge opportunity. Unfortunately, Equinox fall a little flat on that one. Again, it is an eco round, so not too much to write home about. Should SSG win this one? Dcop now just trying to hurt the economy. That spike being planted.
Spike planted.
sSef holding the angle, spots the leg, takes some damage, but it's a flawless round going the way of Space Station Gaming. Again, continuing to ride that high. Now, it's 3-0, but if you look at things objectively, the force in round 2, it was something new to us. We hadn't seen that, at the very least, at the start of games. I believe we saw it towards the second half of games. Somebody losing that pistol round and then picking up that force in that second round. We see Equinox go for something a little more aggressive, and it almost pays off. Unfortunately, they fall a little flat, and that puts them one more round behind. Now the Hunter's Fury going to be popped. Unfortunately, not too much going to be found there, as it is an operator holding this B site. But a creep up towards C. And it's held by 2. Nice smokes over towards mid to make sure nobody's getting to that garage. Now, in response, it is going to be Kaplan trying to get something done with the Hunter's Fury. The C side has since been conceded. And Equinox will look for the retake. Again, it is their first buy round of the game. Full buy round, I should say, as they forced up in round number 2. And this could be the first round we see them take over Space Station Gaming. cutefatboy holding a nice angle, able to pick one up. Maybe a second, he spots out. He's going to pick up 2. It's red and blue on the inverse. But it's a 2v2 to try and close things out. And sSef now has to try and get it done. Clutch before, can he clutch again? It's Cypher v Cypher. It's a 1v1. Space Station Gaming find another round and another clutch. And at this point, I'm starting to believe if you look up Space Station Gaming, you see clutch right next to it. That entire last series, especially sSef, able to find 1v1 round wins. 1v2 round wins. Didn't win the 1v4, but that's okay. Once we get up to 4, things, you know, it starts to get a little dicey. But a huge pickup there. Again, it puts Equinox on the back foot once more. It's sheriffs and a frenzy. A blade storm for mina. Gonna try and play aggressively. Up towards short. Mixing things up a little bit. Last time, they had this crossfire over towards lobby. This time, they play a little more reserved. But you can't say the same for the opposite side of the map. They do have 2 flanking.
Right here.
If Equinox could pick this round up, it would be huge. Unfortunately, 1 to fall as insky opens things up. Now in the corner, they go. Nice right click. Left clicks to follow. Not going to land. The kill's traded back and forth. But it's Space Station Gaming on top once more. The flankers now coming on through. It'd be nice to be able to find a weapon, but I don't know how doable it will be. As Paincakes looks for the head of Kaplan. Not able to find it just yet. And with the spike planted, exits would have been the play. But now Dcop can look to just head on in. Saving hurts the economy, so you cannot save here in this position. Your loss bonus now maxed out. 1 kill to come through. Looking to take some of that economy with him is Dcop. Now pushing in. Curveball comes out. Peeks away just too soon as Kaplan finds that kill. It's another thrifty buy from Equinox. And it's another win for Spacestation Gaming. I'm not too sure, but what I do know is that a 2-0 typically ends faster than a 2-1 series. Equinox, coming off of a 2-0, had quite a bit of a break. And we saw this yesterday in that Time In versus the Moon Raccoons matchup where you take a long break, and no matter if you're still playing, you get cold. Your communication might not be the same. Your tactics might not be the same. The team not necessarily meshing together after a long break. So Equinox could definitely be feeling that one as roca gets spotted out. Boostio going to push up onto the site and look for the entry frag to open up A. All the way over towards C, though. Insky is there, finds a kill onto Paincakes, and there's no answer, and A is so free. A couple of kills to fall. cutefatboy. He didn't even look to trade the kill on Insky. It was a free kill onto C in a 2v1. Insky going to rotate on over. It's going to be another spike plant.
Spike planted.
And we take a look at the economy here. It's not great. Mina's able to grab 1. Maybe finding another, but peeking is definitely against your better judgment here. As Mina looks to creep on out. It's going to get spotted. That's the operator down. And cutefatboy will fall as well. It's been a quick 6 rounds. SSG still in control on the attacking side. Haven being our first map, it leads me to believe, the last time we saw this, I believe Spacestation Gaming had selected attack for their side selection on this map. So that leads me to believe that it was Equinox's map pick. Ascent to be the next map with SSG on attack. Then leads me to believe that that was an SSG pick because they're forced onto attack rather than defending on Ascent. So Haven being that attacker-sided go-to pick for SSG. Now 6 rounds to 0. It's not very telling because they're still an attacker side for Equinox. But it is spooky looking at this. You want to grab as many as you can as roca able to pick up 1. Will now peek over to cutefatboy. And apologies for not being able to pick that up. Sometimes the observer tools can be a little finicky.
One enemy remaining.
As the C site gets stormed, it's Insky to find 2, and it's a flawless round. And it's a little tricky. I'll be honest. It's a little tricky to cast because there's not too much to write home about here for this one. Unfortunately, it's 7 rounds to 0, and every other round has been an eco, a buy, an eco, a buy, an eco, a buy. And Equinox just have not been able to find their footing on these buy rounds. Now another one comes through. Paincakes needs to get on the board. Dcop needs to hop up top. Again on defense, so the duelists having a harder time. Right? Having to have the reactionary flashes or curveballs rather than, being proactive with those on attack. We've seen this before, though. As Boostio looked for the plant, he was tagged. Paincakes does get on the board with 1. Looking for a flank. And unfortunately, falling a little flat was Insky. Now, Garage being held down. roca had a phenomenal series and a phenomenal game in the last one here in Haven. Looking to do that again. Creeping up towards the top of the leaderboard right next to Insky, who's been the lurker. So a lot of lurking kills coming out from that Omen. SSG sped things up for a moment, now looking to slow things back down, keeping this tempo hard to read for Equinox. Down a member as well, so not necessarily looking to be in the winning shoes or the winning side of things for this one.
30 seconds left.
Push now up towards C. Paincakes hops up, spots one, has the ultimate, has the paranoia, has the shrouded step. So full utility outside of the smokes. As Boostio gonna look to plant the spike, but a kill comes through. Another one will follow, and it's all blue on the kill feed. It's Paincakes. He heard me talking about him. Picks up a 3K, and now Roca trying to escape.
Seconds left.
Might not be able to do just that. Picks up a couple of kills. Needs the spike and or 3 more, but it is not going to be enough. And finally, Equinox get on the board. 1 round to 7. Obviously looking to have yourself a better attacking side, but on defense, Equinox need to continue to string a few more together. The economy still hurting quite a bit, as we do see cutefatboy with the bulldog. Light shields on mina as well, so that operator not as glass cannon, but not necessarily in the driver's seat. And across from that, SSG have no problems. I said it last game, but all Gucci everything here in this one. Drone goes out, does spot one. Roca tagged by the dart, and now will follow the drone right in through the garage. Looking to trade a kill for the life of the drone, and that is a favorable trade. One tag to come through. Now Dcop looking to make a play. Queued up the curveball. He's able to toss that one out. Roca able to stay away for now. Nobody being spotted, and what an angle. Once more for Roca here inside the garage. Able to find a kill, back on out, and maybe find another. No damage on the spray down, but with that kill in garage, the play now leaning towards A as Insky will take the bomb with his teammates. Smokes go out. Nice shot by Mina to kick things off. Roca on the flank, so you have to worry about what's happening with the Reyna. It's the ultimate to come through, and it could be a huge play. Spike going down. They didn't expect Paincakes to be there, so back on the board is Paincakes. The neural theft comes through. They get some information on the rotators, and Paincakes finds another. 2 rounds ago. I said Paincakes needs to get it done. And just like that, it's a 4K in response. What a couple of rounds from the Omen. Equinox striking back. Absolutely huge here. Picking up their second win. Paincakes, good. The economy, good. And the last couple of wins, looking good for Equinox. Spacestation Gaming need to find an answer. In a couple of rounds, that economy is not going to be sitting too pretty. You won't have those full buys with full shields. And now you have to be wary of that C site. You know that Omen is there. Paincakes the one-man show as Mina finds a nice kill to kick things off, mixing it up from A to B. The rotation between rounds and a kill to come through. Roca going back towards the garage. Tosses out the Lear, but will retreat. Not necessarily looking to make a play there, although very strong. Playing through mid. I said it in the last series, and if you're just joining us, the way that SSG plays these rounds, it makes you just want to whisper. You almost don't want to give them away, as Roca finds a nice kill on the cutefatboy, looking to open up this A side. Dcop is here. That Lear goes out, taken down, and he's not going to find the kill. It's Roca for another. 2 kills to come through, and now Mina looking to find a couple as that Hunter's Fury comes out. Kaplan picks one up. Lots of damage to go through, but they have to try and close this round out in a 2v4. 2 members below half. The spike planted. Make it way below half as Roca gonna find a 4K on the round. SSG battle back and find another win. They lose control for a couple, but at the end of the day, it is 8-2, and they're looking for a 10-2 half.
That goes there. Oh, this is a nice spot.
I wouldn't necessarily say the A play has been working for him. Cam gonna get spotted out but it does look like SSG want to run this way once more. As the spray comes down, cutefatboy holding a tight angle, trying to back away, get some space between himself and the enemy team. Roca possibly going to be the first to contact. And we know that this bodes very well for Spacestation Gaming. Roca incredibly hot here on this map, on this Reyna pick as well. The only member pushing up. If you see this Reyna, you might think the rest of the team is right behind her, but that's not the case. Biding their time, that Spike hanging out towards mid with sSef, and inside the cubby is Mina. So mixing up the angles once more, but we'll see if it is going to be enough to find another round. 8-4 is the best you can hope for Equinox. And this is painfully slow here from SSG, but it might just pay off. We're gonna toss out the two Lears. It's gonna spot out cutefatboy. The rotation back to A as the kill comes through. It is gonna be matched by Equinox, but the numbers are not in their advantage. It's a 5v3 with Mina on the outside, trying to do what he can to spray things down here on this Jett. Not a whole lot of utility. Looks like just smokes and an exit to come on through from Equinox, trying to save their guns. They will fall victim to the defender save. The changes in the economy to that, but at the very least they pick up a couple of guns. So this next round, it won't be too troublesome. It won't be entirely an eco, so they can space out those three guns if they're able to keep them across those three sites. Paincakes being the big one to look at. Now, since Paincakes starts popping off, SSG wants nothing to do with that C site. Spike goes boom. Ooh, and sSef does too. One kill to come through. Nice pickup there at the end. And we're quite possibly looking at a 9-3 half. I believe this is exactly what we saw on Haven in the last one. And although we could put our money on an Equinox attacking side, it does not feel great to go into a half 10-2. It doesn't feel great to go 9-3. But if one team can do it, surely the other can. If you guys are just joining us, this is the quarterfinals between Equinox and Spacestation Gaming. The winners of these games in the quarterfinals will qualify. That is going to be 4 teams to qualify for the closed qualifiers. A lot of qualifiers there. On November 20th and 22nd, presented by UMG Gaming. As a kill comes through, Roca's able to find one and open things up, and now they've changed their mind. They want to go to C site, and it's a little more free now that Paincakes is taken off the board, and you could say the exact same thing about cutefatboy. The duelists pop off, and it's looking 10-2. As Mina trying to do everything they can, tries to spray him down. No 3Ks for either of the duelists, but a flawless round to end things off for Spacestation Gaming, as now they mount their defense. And we get to see what Equinox brings to the table here in map number 1. It's looking a little grim. It's looking a little grim across the board. But again, being attacker-sided, easily 10 rounds could come through from Equinox. And as I said, with Spacestation Gaming choosing their side selection, possibly, onto attack, makes me think that this was an Equinox map pick as the paranoia comes through. Mina tries to dash in, but is taken down by sSef. 2 playing on the C site, and he's still not dead. Finally, Paincakes will find that kill. Dcop will find another. 2 more remaining as the flank has been covered. Cutefatboy here in the elephant. Stomp on through the mid part of this map. It's a 4v2. But it's Roca and it's Boostio. Roca gonna creep out first, immediately gets taken down. There's no chance for a Roca play to come through, but now Boostio needs to have a round and is running out of time. Another headshot to come through. Nice sheriff shot from Boostio. Fires out another. Might just go for the defuse, but it is the flank from cutefatboy. Equinox will find a round here on attack. Things are starting to look up here as they have swapped sides, and they should be able to pick up the second. Equinox was also the team that forced in the second round after going down in the pistol. We're not quite seeing that come out from Spacestation Gaming. But it is Sheriffs in a frenzy. And sSef, being that very expensive Cypher, well, not very expensive, being that expensive, we won't say very, we'll take the very off of it, is going to just opt into a shorty, stay right around 1,900 credits.
Camera taken out.
Camera goes down, information one playing short, and roca finds a huge kill through mid. Might be able to find some more. Trying to spray mina down, and when you have this half arsenal in ghosts and specters, this sheriff, it is right up there to combat. Unfortunately, not able to grab the soul, so was not able to overhear him. Maybe forced to use the dismiss, actually, as mina is able to pick one up and grab the spike. So the odds have been even, but the arsenal still in favor of Equinox as they creep over to this A site. cutefatboy leading the charge here on this Cypher. Camera here in a few seconds, so can look to get a bit of information. But across the map, Spacestation Gaming have split things up. B, mid, C, and A, all covered by one member respectively. Molotov to come through. Hot hands, I should say. Spike to be planted. The rest of the squad now going to come on through, and we'll see how the post plant goes here. It's a 4v4, but again, Equinox in the driver's seat. They have the guns. Dcop tossing out the blaze, gonna make sure he's nice and healthy. One spotted coming out. They find a kill underneath heaven, and it could be turned around. No, mina gonna take some damage on the way out from the blaze, and it's all up to one. It's all up to roca to try and get it done for Spacestation Gaming, and cutefatboy will grab a kill to kick things off, or to end that round rather. And it's another round win. That one was expected to go the way. We're expecting that one, right? For Equinox. It's sheriffs, a frenzy, a shorty, not a whole lot going. sSef was able to grab a gun, or grab a kill rather, before dying. So it puts a little bit of a dent. Now, this is a big round that Equinox needs to win. It's the first full buy from Spacestation Gaming, and it's more of a full buy. You see 3 bulldogs on the side of Equinox as they stack up towards A. This is an incredibly important round, especially being down 10-2 at the half, now 10-4. You don't have many rounds. You cannot flirt with losing a round here. Smokes come out. Dcop looking to grab the run it back off of this one. We'll be able to grab some information as well. Drone didn't find too much information, unfortunately, as it pushed up through short. 3 members from SSG stacked on this A site. This could call for a rotation, but that spike is so far pushed up, it's going to be tough to get on out of this one. And Boostio holding that angle, knowing they grabbed the alt orb. There's always that chance that somebody could be in that cubby towards A long. Smokes come out, one into heaven. The run it back is going to be used. There's the Molotov. He gets sent right back almost immediately. They have the information. Boostio going to be taken down, and mina to take the site. Now roca's still alive, but is flashed. Not able to trade a kill back. That recon bolt getting so much information, but it does not matter when your A players are dead. It's a 3v5. Equinox about to pick up a huge round, but we cannot count out SSG just yet. And as I say that, I eat my words. It's all up to sSef. Playing towards this defender spawn. Able to find 2, and it's a bit more doable, but from behind. Paincakes. That's your C player right there. It doesn't matter if it's attack. It doesn't matter if it's defense. Creeps on through that C site and is able to find a kill from behind. A huge pickup for Equinox. Again, as they were on, it was a full buy. It was rifles, but it was some bulldogs. You had 3 bulldogs and a couple of phantoms. Or a phantom and a vandal, I believe. So not necessarily in the driver's seat. Now, with that round, Mina is able to use this Bladestorm ultimate and is okay with sitting on the frenzy. The rest of the squad going to be pushing out as well. And it's sheriffs across the board. sSef gonna opt into having that goes. Nice shot coming through, shutting Mina down. Insky goes huge. He's gonna be answered back, but it's an ultimate off the board and very winnable here, as 2 members will fall for SSG. That spike, the fake plant to come through because of the shock darts. It forces Paincakes to choose another location. Now that spike has been planted, the retake to come through, and unfortunately, I do not believe any guns were able to be picked up for SSG. So Equinox back in the driver's seat. Nice shot from Dcop to sit roca down. Paranoia goes through it, is going to force Kaplan away. Molotov stopping that push for now. Recon dart. Throw a couple bounces on it. Unfortunately, it still gets destroyed. And way on the back foot is Boostio, just playing for exits. Now the last player alive. No reason to push this. You're nice and safe away from that spike planted in that far corner. So that save from Boostio may just hurt. The spray comes through and they do make contact right there at the end, but not a whole lot to be said about it. Boostio saves the sheriff. It does feel a little awkward. Had Boostio died there, would have had full loss bonus and had a full buy to match the team. Now not able to do that, would have also had that pip towards the ultimate, so the Bladestorm would be available. Instead, opts to saving, looks for exits, and is now stuck on the sheriff with full armor. sSef holding it down towards C. Here's that owl drone coming through. It's going to get spotted out and tagged, forced to retreat, not actually able to down the drone either. Now that ult orb was picked up, and it is going to be Boostio with that Bladestorm available to try and take this site. Against my better judgment, I said he needed one more alt pip, and they play for the alt pip, and Boostio gets it. So that save at the end of the day, not the worst play. Still low on credits. And awkwardly enough, that drone, it forces a rotate, but you can't imagine too much is happening. It would have to be a full 5-man stack onto C long from Equinox, because Garage is completely controlled. Now they are pushing up through mid. Nice cage to go down. And SSG, they're feeling okay to rotate off of that C side. Not expecting that to get too much done, as roca finds 1 kill in mid. Now B yet to be taken. That kill absolutely huge. It's going to stop things for now. A couple of left kicks, but Insky is there on the back foot. The sheriffs are there, and SSG are battling back. Now the ultimate to come through. Paincakes needs to come in clutch with 40 HP.
Spike planted.
Paranoia queued up, is going to blind 1. Sheriff in the hand of Boostio. Kaplan is close, and on the flank goes roca. Paincakes not in a great spot now, trying to push on through, is going to be taken down. The spike was planted, but it's an 11th round for Spacestation Gaming as they claw their way back in and inch closer to a Game 1 victory. Everybody bundled up inside of mid, trying to squeeze through that window, and they just get mowed down. Zero information on the flank as well, and that
goes there.
It allowed Insky to get so much done. Equinox having won a couple of rounds, still sitting pretty. One gonna get spotted out. Paincakes with a huge kill. Boostio looking to have the first contact, unfortunately goes down. The Empress is popped and Dcop will be sent right back. I think it's incredibly broken that Reyna can use the Devour or the Dismiss on that ultimate, but I digress. That's balanced, I guess. Well, 1 kill onto C, and it's enough for a rotate to come on through. Equinox now trying to get it done. Kills traded back and forth. The Sovas will hop up on board. Paincakes holding this angle, knowing Kaplan is there, is able to find another kill. And this Omen has gone from the bottom of the leaderboards to the top in drastic fashion. Now 2 members remaining. Neural Theft is available, but unfortunately sSef has no body for the information, and they are going to look to play for this one. Half HP. This Empress has since worn off as well. 2 members on the site. Roca's going to find one, maybe look for another. Not going to find it as Paincakes will find a third, maybe a fourth. No, it's Dcop to steal that one away, but it's Equinox regaining control, grabbing a hold of the reins and making it hurt. An aggressive play towards C did not pay off. Boostio went down incredibly early. And now with that Jett off the board, obviously with any player off the board, there's less to worry about. Hats off to Riot for fixing that observer bug where everybody showed Phantom. Now we get an accurate depiction of what we're looking at for this next round, and it is Sheriffs and a Ghost once more. It's an aggressive push through C. Paincakes gonna spot one out, and it's Paincakes and it's Boostio. Name a better duo. Equinox finding 3 early kills on this eco round, and now just trying to get whatever they can on the way out. Once more, not the best idea to save, so you just send it here. Get those full credits. Try and hurt the economy a bit for Equinox.
One player remaining.
Mina gonna find insky, and unfortunately, Kaplan. It's not that I don't have faith in you, but it's 5 kills with the Sheriff. But at the end of the day, is a flawless round for Equinox, who they themselves clawing back in this one. A reminder, if you're just joining us, it was 10-2 at the half. Now Equinox looking to match that here. If they do match that, we'll be going to overtime, which I would not be upset with by any means. But obviously Equinox trying to inch out that victory, 11-13. And if this was any other map on attack, I'd be a little more worried. But because we are here on Haven, I believe the overall stats for Haven was 51% to 49% in solo queue competitive matches, attacker sided. Obviously that changes a bit once we jump into the tournament play, but still pretty meaningful, and we're seeing exactly why those stats exist. 3 members stacked up on C from Spacestation Gaming, and it is full buys as well. Dcop can take a bit of damage, trying to find a first kill. It is going to be the Hunter's Fury to find one. So once again, the Sovas match each other and get on the board. But a nice pickup. That's a good boost to the morale if you're able to pick up a kill with that Hunter's Fury. Look to clear things out. But again, Spacestation Gaming, they stacked B with 3 members. The Reyna was not tagged there with the Hunter's Fury. So an interesting choice to rotate on over, not having that information. Or that Reyna typically playing over towards mid. It's not too much of a difference to play on top of that C site. So we see Paincakes going right underneath Heaven here. Should be able to spot out Kaplan, who's low on HP. As is cute fat boy on the flank. 30 health on a couple of members. Is going to get spotted out. Not going to be taken down just yet. No answer to the traps. And it's the retake to come through. They have to try and figure something out. sSef is up top in Heaven. And he's peppering, but there's not a whole lot coming through from Space Station. Now they are going to push onto the site and try and find some more. Kaplan going to go through, low HP, as roca will answer to kill themselves. But Mina finds 2. Now has the ultimate just to secure the round. We'll get it done with a 4KA pop-off round from Mina. Now 9-11 the scoreline. Equinox not out of this one just yet. And you absolutely love to see it. Not hanging on to that ultimate. Mina right up there. Number 2 on the leaderboards here. So this Jett could easily stack up that ultimate once more as we creep closer to the end of this game. With that win, it does force another eco. So we should be looking at 11-10 the scoreline in favor still of Space Station. They have not given up their lead just yet. They've held a lead this entire game. But Equinox looking to equalize that at 11s if they could. 4 members pushing on up. Cutefatboy going to be hanging out towards mid again on the flank where this Cypher likes to play. But a free take on C. And a 5 stack of Sheriffs from SSG. We have to assume this one does go the way of Equinox, but Dcop, he takes quite a bit of damage. Neural Theft available as well, so if they could catch somebody creeping a little bit too close, they could get some more information. Unfortunately, Now that neural theft is off the board. The kills are starting to come through. Paincakes finds a couple. Looks for a third. Will find a third as Boostio trades that one back. Has the Blade Storm available. May look to pop this one. No Hunter's Fury. That spike planted for long as 3 members are there. The flash comes out. Dcop finds one. Low HP finds 2 to secure the round and will back away from the spike and live to die another day. 10-11 the scoreline, and it does not get any better than this, ladies and gentlemen. We are inching closer to a tie game. We are a few rounds away from not only one of these teams winning, but possibly in overtime here in the quarterfinals. Drone going out. Paincakes pushing up. You know, Paincakes likes this C side, so it's going to be hanging out. Does spot the camera as well, so easy to take that one away. Is a Hunter's Fury available, but unfortunately, Kaplan's across the map. The shock darts not going to land for either side. An aggressive flank coming out from roca. Now the run it back comes through, as does a Hunter's Fury, and they're just going to tag Dcop up. He lives with 20 HP. He'll be able to heal if he can get away. And fortunately, nobody peeking down C long as he leapt away. That blaze, not going to top him off. It only gives him 50 HP, so he's sitting at a whopping 70 HP. As Mina looks to lead the charge over to another site. With that damage coming through, with those ultimates baited out.
30 seconds left.
Now, unfortunately, Dcop didn't get too much with his ultimate. Was sat down almost immediately, and there are no other ultimates to follow up with that one. There's 3 ults available. Boostio's gonna find the first kill. Now has the Blade Storm as well. Able to find another, although flashed. Might find some more. The spike to be planted. Couple of left clicks, but it's set from the back of the site. Mina's able to trade it back. Still needs to plant, but is spotted out. Recon Bolt gonna spot out too. It is a 2v2 overall. A flank coming on through from Insky. They need to be wary, and roca is still alive. Spacestation Gaming looking to push this to match point as roca finds one and is able to heal off. The Devour is there. Their Leer to follow. Equinox down to their last member, able to spray down Insky. It's a 1v1. It's full HP. Nice angle held by roca. And it's not going to be a tie game. It is going to be an SSG round win. Now match point. And Equinox have to be shaking in their boots. They've got the full buy to come through. You cannot necessarily say the same here
Match point
for this SSG squad. They're going to be hurting quite a bit. But at the end of the day, they just have to win one more. And Equinox now forced to play for overtime. Anybody watching this one? roca, time and time again, not only propelling into that top frag position, but those crouch peaks, switching up the angles. Something you need to be wary of. And it's tough because you're always aiming for the head. You have to have that flick down. Who practices the flicks down? You practice your flicks left, you practice your flicks right. And apparently cutefatboy
know exactly where
practices his play towards short A. Is able to drop that neural theft, get some information. 2 on this A site, 1 on B, 1 on C. So nothing completely free, but they'll have a better shot pushing across this map and looking to make a play on the west side. Dcop gonna toss out the flash. sSef not necessarily looking at that one. Should sSef be able to find a kill? Neural theft would be used. Now pushing through the cage as the Empress comes down as well. A couple ultimates available for SSG to try and close things out. It's a 5v4, but sSef finds one. There's the neural theft to come through, and that's exactly the pick you needed. Dcop on the flank, able to toss out the blaze. Looking to cut off vision, but through the fire, through the flames. SSG will find a couple of kills. cutefatboy now taking a bit of damage. It's a 2v2. Not necessarily the healthiest, but not necessarily the most hurt, as it's an operator in the hands. Got a peek and close angle. Boostio to find the kill. It's a 1v1, but Boostio will close it out with a 3K. Mom grabbed the camera as the comeback was in full effect, but that train was derailed, and SSG find a win in game number 1 of the quarterfinals. Take a look at the leaderboards. Paincakes at one point was at the bottom. Made their way all the way to the top to try and match Roca on that Reyna, who seems to be unmatched on Haven. What a series